me try to move that. Sorry, guys. And let me get some light in here, guys. Sorry about that. So we are live. Don't mind the mess in here, guys. I just didn't have a chance to clean up with it. So I'm like, whatever, man. These are all Maddie's toys right here. So normally I don't live stream from the house, but like, oh man, so many things have gone on the last 24 hours. So if you guys can hear me, let me know. I have my mic hooked up, but it doesn't. I ran it kind of low because I didn't really know if it's gonna. YouTube didn't let me like check the settings or check anything, so I was just like, whatever. I'm gonna leave it. What's up, Urban Cafe? Thanks for dropping in, man. Hey, let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear hear my voice. I didn't have a chance to test it. I didn't have a chance to clean up some of the toys from Maddie and all that. So it is what it is. And the lighting's a little rough in here. You know what? Hold on one second. Maybe that will help. Yep, that definitely helped. Loud and clear. Okay, cool. So I just kind of want to give you guys an update. The last 24 hours have been kind of crazy, man. So I was just taking them to grandma's house, drop them off so I can go out and drive for the day as usual, every single day. We started a little bit later just because my in-laws had a doctor's appointment or whatever. So I took the kids a little bit later. And on our way, we got rear-ended. And so there's a couple of things. One, it was scary. Like, it was really scary. Even though I know the car only hit us probably at about maybe 15 miles per hour, maybe somewhere in there. What's up, big dog? What's going on, Anthony? Don't mind the mess in the house. I'll just put my arms like that. We just got rear-ended, and so it was actually really scary, man. And so my first thought, as a parent, is it was me, Maddie, and Heaven. And so my first thought was Heaven and Maddie. And so I turned around and just kind of make sure they're okay. Obviously Maddie was scared. I know Heaven was scared as well. And it all happened so fast. I had no screech of the tires, no nothing. So I from what I remember, as I actually looked into the rear view mirror, because I saw movement. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if the light from the sun bounced off or reflected off the car. Something caught my attention. So I looked up, and in that instant, bam, hit me right in the back. And so it jolted us pretty hard. Thankfully, my foot stayed on the brake, so we didn't go into another car. And so there was probably about 3 cars in front of us at the red light. And yeah, no screech of tires or anything. And this car just smashed into us. And then, my first instinct was to get out of the car just to kind of see like what happened, where we at, like, where's the car at, kind of all that stuff. Hey, Marn, thanks for joining. And Robert, I wasn't able to fix the camera. So like, don't mind the mess of all of Maddie's stuff. Don't worry about that. This is his like playroom. So this is where I set up my new, workstation and dual monitors and all that stuff for all my editing. So that's all in here now. I know. She says, I can see your mess. I know. YouTube wouldn't let me check the webcam. So I'm like, whatever. So that's my fault. I was going to clean today. And I just, honestly, my back is like really bugging me. And so, anyways, we kind of pulled over and I pulled off to the side right near Del Taco. So I was kind of like in the third lane over. So I moved over and we got off. I got out of the car just to kind of like see what's going on. I see the car, right? I open the door, I look in, I look back at Maddie, whatever. I can see he's crying. So I get back into the car and I see the car actually come in front of us and park in front of us. And so I'm like, okay. So then I go to grab my handle to get out of the car, and guess what? The light turns green, whoop, and he took off. And so Martin says it's buffering right now. So let me know if it's buffering, guys. Let me know. It should be doing really well. We're right next to our Wi-Fi. It was like 10 feet away from us. So hopefully it's okay. But the car took off. And so all I saw was that it was like a gold color. Maybe it was a Toyota. I thought I saw a Toyota emblem, but it happened so fast. Like, what was happening was, I'm watching what this guy's doing, and then I'm looking to check the kids, and I'm looking behind me and trying to figure out if they're okay. and just kind of like trying to figure out, the situation and keep them calm. And then I look up and that car hits, it turns green, hits her right, takes off. And when all that was happening, another car came and parked in front of me, and then the light turned red. And so I couldn't go anywhere. I got stuck behind a car because everyone was just kind of going around me. And then it was a red light. And then that was a wrap. I was pretty much stuck there with no way to move, no way to see where this person is going, no way to see anything. The car just took off, took an opportunity of catching that green light and then just skipped on out. And so um, I never saw the driver. I never saw anything like that. I didn't see anything. It happened so fast. And because I was paying attention to the kids, it was tough to see what was going on. So it was really scary, but I'm gonna tell you how it kind of affected me. I'll get to the comments in a little while, guys. But it affected me like all day. Not only physically, but like because my back is killing me. I have a history of like a herniated disc. So like, man, when my back gets jacked up, it's tweaked for quite a while, usually for about like a month or so. And but I think what bothered me is the whole day. One, like, who does that? Like hit and run, I get it. Like, but who does that? Their car. I feel bad for them when their car comes back. I feel bad for them because it is what it is. But like that whole scenario kept uh like playing in my head the whole day. Like all of it from the split second of when I heard the impact to like the seatbelt hitting me to hearing. It's just scary, dude. But we managed to like get out of traffic and kind of pull into like a Del Taco kind of parking lot or whatever. And then I had, I I personally was like terrified, but I had to worry about the kids, worry about keeping them calm. So yeah, it was a rough one, man. So I ended up calling Marn too, just to say like, hey, this is what's going on, and then trying to figure out what to do next. Like that's the tough part. I sat there. We live in California, guys, so I'll be honest with you. Whenever this stuff has happened, and it's happened in the past, we're gonna sit there unless it's a major 2, 3 car pileup. We're gonna sit there for like 2 hours waiting for CHP to show up, and then I had to make a decision. Like we can sit here. Maddie's upset. Clearly, Heaven's upset as well. She was telling me that her back was bugging her a little bit, and I had to decide what do we do? Do we wait here with them? And so all the witnesses were gone. So once the light hit hit green, everyone was gone. So I mean, there was nobody there. So we sat there for about I sat there for about maybe 15 minutes, and I called Marge to kind of give her a heads up. And I know I could see the panic in her face too. And so we kind of just hung out because I was thinking maybe they pulled into the parking lot and were like looking for us. And so we kind of just pulled over, and I kind of just kept an eye out to see if anyone or any witnesses, if anyone had seen anything while I was trying to figure out what we're going to do, whether we're going to contact, the highway patrol or whatever. And, so we kind of hung out. And so then I called Marn, just talked with Marn for a little bit, try to keep her calm. I can already see it in her eyes. And I know the moment that Maddie heard, Martin's voice, he lost it too. And so, excuse me. So it's just scary, man. Like to experience that, and I'm like really, excuse me, grateful that one, that we were all okay, and like the damage to the car is pretty minimal anyways. I mean, it is what it is. They banged up our bumper pretty bad, but the bumper's still on. There's no real damage to the car. So fortunately, we were okay. uh, I came home. Excuse me, sorry guys. Let me get some water real quick. Hold on. Sorry guys. But yeah, the tough part was for me after like the whole I still went driving. So I came home. I'm like, let me just take some ibuprofen and kind of like relax and just try to kind of get my bearings. I'm telling you, like, if you guys have ever experienced anything like that, like your mind just keeps playing it over and over and over. Like I don't know how to explain it, man. I like every moment of what was happening just kept replaying. So I kind of kept myself busy, and I edited one of our videos for our family channel, and just kind of try to keep my mind off of it. And then I went out to drive last night for a few hours, and that was rough. That was a really rough experience for me because I didn't want to get back into my car. And I remember sitting there waiting, excuse me, for my first order. And I didn't, when the order came through, I didn't want to go. Like, I didn't want to drive because I'm telling you, I'm sitting in the car I just had my sit there and just have my thoughts. And so these things keep replaying, and I'm thinking about the kids and checking in on them, texting my in-laws, making sure they're okay. And it was just kind of a rough night, man. And so I went driving, did a handful of orders or whatever, but I was on Whittier Boulevard, and I heard like the screech of tires, like somebody stopping really quick at a light. And man, that like instantly had a reaction where I like jumped, just because of the events that happened that morning or whatever. So it's just crazy. Like, I'm glad everybody's okay. I'm glad everyone's doing well. Maddie this morning, I talked to him last night, say, hey, if your back hurts or if anything's bothering you in the morning, like, let me know. And so this morning he told me that, hey, Daya, nothing's bugging me. My back doesn't bug me. So I was like, okay. And I think Heaven, I didn't see her today because she stayed at our in-laws, and she was asleep when I dropped off Maddie. But I know her back was bugging her last night. But my back is like, I already know it's gonna be a rough one the next couple of weeks, and then just driving every day. Oh my god, it's gonna be brutal. So I'm gonna hang out today and just try to relax as best as I can, and try to recover, like do all the norm stuff. Like I said, I have a history of back issues, so like the heating pad, ice packs, all that nonsense. And then I might edit some things today just to keep my mind like, if you guys know me, like I have to keep my mind focused, because otherwise what am I gonna do? Sit on the couch and just be in pain all day? I'd rather be in pain sitting here being productive than sit on the couch be be in pain watching Netflix all day. Like, it's just something about me. Like, I gotta keep. Maybe it's like me fighting for some sense of control. I think that's what it is. As long as I'm doing something, I feel like I'm in control, and I feel like I'm working towards something. But yeah, it was scary, really, really scary, and I'm just glad we're okay. But I think one of the worst things that I saw was seeing Martin's face, as I FaceTimed her. So that was my mistake. I should have not FaceTimed her. I should have just called, so that way I didn't see her reaction, because her reaction scared me even more. And I was telling her after in that moment, I got to stay strong for the kids and Martin, because I know she was freaking out. And But once I had, came home and I was here by myself, oh man, I had to like let it out, just let it out and just be grateful for what we have, that we're okay. Okay, so let me read some of the comments. Oh, sorry guys. Hold on one second. All right, let's go all the way back. Anthony, good morning. What's up, man? Robert, sorry to hear about the hit and run. Drivers need to be treated like privilege rather than a right because there are many idiots out there that don't deserve the right to drive. Yeah, I agree, man. And from I never saw the driver, man, but Heaven said that she thought it was a young girl, like maybe a teenager, something like that. And from when I looked up at that moment, like I just saw the car really for a flash, and I didn't see that person like looking ahead. It looked like their head was down. That's why I never saw a face. I never saw anything. It just happened so fast. Lazari, yo, more videos about Cobra Kai season 3, maybe with Bonsai Kai Dojo. Yeah, man, I'm actually originally I was planning today to film something for Cobra Kai. I might still do it, man. It's hard. Like even doing this right now, I'm sure you guys could maybe see it, maybe not, but I feel extremely uncomfortable. Like my back's bugging me. I got to keep like moving, so it's kind of hard to when you're filming anything to like bring a lot of energy when you're not feeling well. Like I'm pretty good at like not faking it, but like masking it. Um, so I'm gonna try. I originally, like I said, I was supposed to film a couple of things in the morning and then go head out and drive. But I do have something I'm working on. I was actually working on it last night, kind of not scripting out, but like bullet pointing some of the topics so that way I can do a little more research and then get ready to go today and start filming. So, but I'm gonna see what, like I said, I always have to stay moving and I gotta do something. So just sitting here like in pain and just watching TV, like that's not gonna work for me. So I gotta do something. And Lazari says, I'm sorry for what happened. I had a car accident too, but after some months I was all right. Yeah, man. I've actually had like knee surgery. And so I know a lot, and I've had back injuries my whole life. So I know what I need to do to re-strengthen and stretch and the back brace and all. I know the drill pretty much. And so I'm hoping that I can do that over the next couple of days. And if I have to, then I can go to a chiropractor. And this is what I was worried about. Like the moment things settle down, guys, the first thing that popped in my head was I don't have health insurance. I quit my job, been doing Grubhub, DoorDash and all that while I'm doing this apprenticeship. My first thing was like, I don't have health insurance. So if I'm really in bad shape, what's going to happen? And so, I've gone the doctor route, I've gone through the chiropractor route. And so that was like the next option. Like if things aren't right, what am I going to do? And so that's what makes me nervous financially is what are we going to do? How am I going to do that? Since we're kind of in a tight situation to begin with, because I'm chasing my dreams to get into editing. I had to make a hard life choice. And now I'm like, what do I do? So feel free, you guys, if you guys want to donate and all that. I'm not asking for donations, but if you want to, like my guesstimation is probably gonna, if I need to go to the chiropractor, it's probably gonna be about $300. And that's kind of what I average, a couple sessions, about 5 sessions, whatever. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't need to do that, but it is what it is. So Robert says, glad you're okay. I lost a 20-year-old cousin in a car accident who was driven off a cliff to his death while a stupid drunk teenager sped right into him. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Like if you had been following our channel, what was it? Maybe like a month and a half ago, Marn, where one of our kids' friend's brother, same thing. He was hit on the 605 freeway and he went off the on ramp or into like the riverbed, and then he lost his life. And he was 21, 22 years old. And that was rough because it was so close to home. That's what's scary. Was it so close to home? We see on TV, we kind of get numb to all of that stuff on the news because it's like daily. You're bombarded with that stuff all day long. But when it happens close to home, it's kind of a wake up call. And so I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, Urban says, and by the way, Mike, thanks for reaching out to me yesterday, dude. I appreciate that. That's Urban Cafe. His name's Mike. He says, I know it hurts to see your kids scared, bro, more than it hurts them. It's because you're a good father. Yeah. It's tough, dude. It's tough to be strong in those scary moments. You know what I mean? Martin says, "Scariest call in my life, but thank you, Lord, that they're all okay and safe." That was a hard call to make to you because I don't want to lose it either. Um, Marlon says, "Robert, so sorry to hear that with you. How horrible! I know, man. That sucks." Stidham family, what's up, Todd? Hey, brother, find a hospital that has a charity care. A lot of Catholic hospitals do. Our local St. John's has charity care. That might not be a bad idea, man. And then Marlena says it was in November that he passed away, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I honestly, guys, like, just to be real with you, I didn't want to do this live. Like, I didn't. Um, but I think it's important to see, what's going on in our life, and and to share with you guys because it may help somebody else, or maybe just help someone find the courage to use this as a way to just kind of share. Because like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like, YouTube's been a huge like sense of therapy. And I know that might sound really crazy, but I learned over the years that, like, as you talk, like, a lot of people, I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but a lot of people hold stuff in, whether it's because they think they're too tough, or maybe they just don't know how to communicate or don't know how to share emotions. For me, these platforms have always been a way to, like, share things that are going on inside, some of the struggles, and then also some of the, like, triumphs that are happening, because of choices. And uh so I made a conscious choice to uh get back get back on today, because I know if I didn't, I'm not going to do it tomorrow, or maybe the next day. And you know that's just I guess that's just how I work. That's how I think that's how you grow. When you do all the stuff that you don't want to, it gets easier when you do, you know. And so yeah. Let me see. Robert, thanks, Rubalcava family. What's your PayPal email address? I actually put a link, guys. I put it in the description, or it's actually right on our home as well. I mean, I deeply appreciate that. Don't feel like you have to. Don't feel like you're obligated. Um, but I really appreciate that, man. I really, really appreciate it. Todd says, absolutely free healthcare for short-term situations. Sometimes we need help, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Marlene says, well, Robert, thank you so much. Bless your hearts. Marlena says, thank you all for watching David's David's channel. Even, sorry, I'm having a hard time talking right now. And even our family channel. Uh, your kindness and heart. This is why I didn't want to do a live. uh, your kindness and heartwarming words never go unnoticed, and our family truly appreciates you all. Definitely. You guys are a huge part. Thanks, Urban, man. I'll talk to you later, dude. Uh, You guys are a huge part of it, huge part of our journey. And I made this choice. And I probably, honestly, I probably made it for both of us, that we were gonna be like transparent about our life and our journey and and all that stuff. So sometimes there's a lot of good and sometimes there's bad. And so and that's what we share. That's kind of been our journey. We don't pretend to be something that we're not, you know? And it's been just been a rough day. Rough physically and emotionally. And so, yeah, man. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you tuning into this one in my messy house. Martin's gonna kill me. I know I was gonna clean it. I'm like, my first thought was I would have to bend over to pick that up and that up. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna bend over to pick that stuff up. And so I'm like, man, whatever. Whatever. We're human too, man. We don't always clean. So with all our 5 kiddos, man, or we do, and then like 3 hours later, it's a mess. So let's see. Todd Stidham, I think he put the link in for our PayPal, so I appreciate that. Martin says, "I got you, boo. No tears. Don't let the door hit you." That's like what movie was that from, Martin? Oh my gosh, it's with Seth Rogen and oh my gosh, it's the one that he gets married and has a baby, but they're like unhappy. What is it called? Knocked Up. Knocked Up. And that was a famous line when they were actually doing their draft. And the husband, Paul Rudd, was sneaking off to like do his draft and all that, and his wife thinks she's cheating on him. And so they come storming in because they think he's cheating, and they're doing I don't know. I think it's a baseball like draft league or whatever. And so then they get up and leave, and the guy yells out, don't let the door hit you in your vajayjay." And so that's kind of become like an inside joke when someone's being, a whiner or a complainer, that sometimes we use that as a joke. So thanks, Marn. I needed that today. So but thank you guys, man. I'm gonna get going. Man, it's been a tough night. I had a rough time sleeping last night too, but we'll see how it goes. But I'll keep you guys, excuse me, I'll keep you guys posted on upcoming things. And if you haven't check out our recent release on TRM Family. I put that link in our community channel on this channel, and check it out. I think you're gonna see a different editing style. So check it out. It was a lot of fun. Went to La Mirada Park. We bumped into It the Clown on our journey in one of the sewer pipes or whatever. And then you might have seen some of the clips of us on Instagram with us going down, running down a hill. And so we incorporated that into that video. But it was a lot of fun, and I really had fun doing that. And it was time to release our first video, new video on the TRM Family channel. So check that out, guys. Thank you so much. And I'll keep you posted. And I love you guys. You guys are a huge support system for us. And, be safe out there, man. Love and hug your family. Give them a hug today. Squeeze them tight, because you never know. I know when I got out of the car, I hugged Heaven and Maddie for, would seem like forever, just to tell them that I love them, and I was just glad they're okay. So you never know what tomorrow's going to bring, or if you're even going to have a tomorrow. So make the best of it. I love you guys. Thanks for chiming in with us, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.